All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Got it. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hard. Hard. Quick dash. Come.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, Barkley fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On the double. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, I got you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Back now.
He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
18 Gator. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Jim.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go, set. 15 line. 15 line. Spot. X3. 218. Chop.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Carson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Screen. Pilot, 64. Let's get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, lucky.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check it out. Kill.
Now it's Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Here comes the ball.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man. That's Landry. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Switch, switch, switch.
2nd and 13. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. Going back to Lander. This time he's got it. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st down, New York.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Watch the run, watch the run. That's out, baby. That's baby's out.
This is Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go out. Rush in. Rush in.
They'll try to run with Carson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll go with the keeper. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
2nd and long. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Back to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
51-62.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Cheetah.
2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that trims the lead down to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Back to throw now on first down. And he completes it to Westbrook. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Get it.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Single.
They'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. He'll drop the throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. They run it with Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run again with Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll look to throw, and he finds Seals-Jones complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, it's Carson. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Check.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown.
From 19 yards away. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
The score, Giants 23, Lions 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
We'll force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Giants.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 start. Hey, exit.
It's our time.
Watch twist. Deep.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Stand. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll look to throw here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Team 6.
Mike 54.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Mike 51. Watch the run.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And some room to work. It's a gain of 34.
Let's go, baby.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Whip.
Chopper! Hey, Charlie!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
He's coming, double up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Take 4.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hit it.
They're going to look to throw. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, You've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So now here come the Lions up to go for two. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Thema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Ready. 10-2, sir. Hey, lock it.
Tight down. There you go. Under 10.
Look at me. Go.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, check 24.
Shoot.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
General West.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll check that down to Carson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense.
2nd and 11. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Yeah.
Motion out of the backfield. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Deep grip.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Let's go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Check, 52's the mic.
Stay with your man.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback gets it. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today's final score.